welcome to Everything Is Earned podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Tim, your co-host.
And we're here on Elimination Day. That's what we're calling it. The day the 2019 Browns got eliminated.
And we're hyped.
We're hyped, or you're hyped or pissed?
No, I'm both.
You're both? You're excited and you're mad all at the same time?
Yeah, because now we know it's going to be the end of Freddie Kitchens. He's no longer going to be here, so I'm hyped. It's a weird thought, but I liked it, and I'm here for it.
I was talking to my friend Adam, actually, and he was telling me last week that he think the Browns put that little notice out there that it has to be a catastrophe of a breakdown.
The long term.
Yeah, we had that catastrophe happen, basically. The Browns got all the help they needed, and then they still couldn't make it happen. So, they can't get out of their own way. That's the 2019 Browns.
That's the story.
We can't get out of our own way. So, you start with a bunch of penalties. You end with a bunch of bad clock management.
And a loss.
It's tough. Things are difficult. It's a tough pill to swallow.
It's a very weird feeling because you have about 1 to 2 drives every day, and you're like, oh, the Browns should be decent. Like, you have an awesome drive on offense. You're like, oh, this is the offense that we thought it was gonna be. And then the defense said, oh, they had a few stops. They had that fourth down stop, and they had the ball back. They had they forced a first quarter turnover
the fumble. It was the
read option, and that's the first quarter fumble by the Ravens all season, and you don't get any points out of it. You have so many stops and opportunities in the first half. You should be up by 2.5 scores. You should be up by 17 points, and you have 6.
Can I make an early prediction real quick? The Browns
for
might
next
be
season?
No, for this season. The Browns beat the Ravens early.
It's not very early.
And the Browns beat the Ravens early, and they almost beat the Ravens. We could have beat the Ravens again today. Do you remember when the Browns beat the Patriots, and the Patriots went on and marched down and got the Super Bowl, and we're the only team that really beat them? I'm not saying the Ravens are the Patriots, of that year. But
you're saying that the Ravens might beat.
I'm just saying the Browns might have played
win the Super Bowl this year.
The Ravens better than anyone else has in the league, and we're eliminated.
And we're not gonna make the playoffs.
Nope. Do well in the division too.
We match up well against the Ravens too. If you don't have coaching, you can't have a sustainable game plan throughout the entire game.
If only you had a better linebacker, a better safety, your all-pro defensive lineman,
your potential defensive MVP in the game, a decent offensive line, passing the ball to your best pass catchers, and running the ball as your primary source of offense.
And play calling in the crucial moments.
Oh yeah, game management. Running the ball so you
3rd and 1 fake tosses.
You're running the ball so your opponent doesn't score 10 to half. Twice.
It just feels so long. That we're gonna have to wait again so long for the season to start. And then this next season,
and then we don't know what's gonna happen.
Pessimism.
We're gonna be bugging. We're gonna be tapping John Dorsey on the shoulder, being, "Hey, John, are you still have Freddie? Are you still gonna roll with Freddie? Are we gonna keep him? What's going on?"
You know what's really annoying is I don't think the Browns will even fire Freddie on Monday. I think they're gonna wait till after the Cincinnati game.
Yep.
Which is really upsetting.
Why not?
So we get a whole other week of watching Freddie.
What do we gain?
Around.
What do we gain if we fire him a week early?
It just lets us starting our coaching search a week early.
I mean, we've been doing that.
Have we?
John Dorsey's been doing that, right? I mean, why was OBJ so optimistic on that one interview we had earlier this week? I think it's because John Dorsey sat down with him and Jarvis Landry in secret, or just had a routine meeting and said, "Hey, don't worry about this, guys. You work on the field, you do your work in. I'll take care of this coaching situation. Over the off season." They
did, however, address with OBJ that he wasn't going anywhere. We have him under contract for the next 3-4 seasons.
And unlike the Cavaliers and Kobe Altman, he's not going to get bullied around by a player. If he wants to request a trade, John Dorsey's going to throw it in the trash, or right in front of him, he's going to light it on fire and be like, "You're still here. Like, you're not going anywhere.
You're here, bro.
And
like,
you're
not going anywhere.
And if you're OBJ, he's not one of those guys to choose to be unhappy if he can't control the situation. He said, regardless of what's going on, I'm going to choose to be happy. And that's his mentality since entering the lead, I think, over in with the Giants.
So what you're saying is you can still feel comfortable buying that OBJ jersey for Christmas?
Yes.
Absolutely.
If you're going to do a late buy and you're going to give a Secret Santa gift or something, where you give them a little piece of paper and say, hey, this is going to be yours in like 2 to 3 weeks, then yeah.
How many people do you think bought Browns jerseys for Christmas presents like a couple months ago, and now are seriously like underwhelmed
trying to
by
return
their gifts?
them?
Yeah. How many return Brown jerseys do you think you're gonna get? A lot.
If depending on the jersey, I'd still keep it. Like I said, if you have Baker, yeah, OBJ, yeah, Jarvis, keep all of them. Yeah, Miles Garrett, keep those. But if you bought like a Demarius Randall jersey, like if a Greg Robinson
throw that
jersey,
garbage out.
A Joe Schobert jersey, Christian Kirksey, you can all but list those ones to buy because they're all not going to be here. I know. I've talked a lot about Joe Schobert, but I've warmed up to the idea and the thought that Matt Wilson's going to be his replacement, and he's just grooming him to take over that spot.
It's pretty obvious you don't see him like making any like pop out plays, and then last week against Arizona, he was all over the screen like making bad plays. So I mean, if you can't show up against Arizona, I'm not sure who you're gonna show up against. So I'm perfectly okay with him walking. I think Cleveland still has this mentality where like you get something that's semi decent, you justify it as good just because you're not used to anything good.
Yeah, you're not used to winning at all. So when you have a competent team like a roster, we're not talking about coaching staff here. Like you expect to be better than decent, and when you like that's why like we talked about that we felt better about last season, how we finished last season than this season because we had higher expectations for a reason, and we're gonna finish with a worse record than last season,
which is awful.
We were 7-8-1, which is gonna be better than what 7-9 maybe.
Do you think the last year's Browns could beat this year's Browns?
It's possible.
Yeah.
And with the offensive scheme that we had, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's possible.
With a healthy team.
Another question for you. Do you think that we're gonna hear about any lack of chemistry issues next season? You think like it's gonna be like February and you'll already have like OBJ and Baker doing workouts and like getting their chemistry built up because it was such a big storyline that they didn't do their off-season stuff?
I don't think it's gonna be February. You're gonna see OBJ. I think notice that injury.
He's got to get surgery for it. But they're gonna do
what was it in the
hernia, sports
hernia. Yeah,
they're gonna make it painfully obvious that they're working out together. Like it's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, but I think it's gonna be till late March. And then you'll see. I think Jarvis he talked about he might have an off-season surgery on his hip. But they'll be ready. I believe. I mean, if anyone, especially on the offensive side, is going to be ready, it's going to be those two.
All right, you ready to talk about something else besides the Browns? I'm about done with them.
Almost. I want to talk about how right now we're over 500 in division and we're going to miss the playoffs.
We talked about
that. I just want to say it one more time.
Okay, well, it's upsetting to me.
3-2 right now. We could easily be 4-1 if we didn't drop the ball against the Steelers, and then we should beat the Bengals no problem. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them if we just lay an egg on purpose to do a better draft pick and go 6-10, which I'd be fine with.
You should have beat what's it called? You should beat Denver. You should have beat the Rams. You should have beat Pittsburgh. Like you can't take those games. Like it was garbage. It's garbage, man. Like
yeah,
I'm not
Denver,
happy about
Rams,
how it all.
Steelers,
Seahawks.
We had a huge lead. All you do is run the ball, eat the clock. Have one drive where you eat 6 or 7 minutes on the clock to start the third quarter, just like Baltimore did today.
Freddie had 2 games that he couldn't manage the last 2 minutes of, and cost you 2 wins. That's enough for me. I'm done.
It's not even the last 2 minutes of the game. We're talking about the last 2 minutes of the second quarter.
It's still crucial though.
Well, no, I'm saying it's not even.
Baltimore put up 14 points in under 2 minutes without timeouts.
No. My point is if you can't handle the pressure of the end of the first half, then he's not to be able to handle the end of the game. You know, coaching situations. That's what I'm talking about. I agree with you.
Both are very important. Don't minimize the end of the first half.
Every moment's crucial. Every possession is. And you mismanagement and you don't understand if it's above you, if like this level, like this advanced thinking is above you, then you're gonna get out coached constantly. And with this roster, it's just so sad to see Freddie and this coaching staff be so disappointed and not get the most out of this team.
Well, you gotta look in the mirror at the end of the day, and you gotta say, did we do the right thing by not having a coaching search? Or did we try to do the thing that felt good and had momentum?
I thought you were quoting Freddie in the first half of that.
Oh, I don't have any Freddie quotes.
It sounded so much like Freddie, like some of his interviews.
Well, at the end of the day, you got
the self-reflect, look inward, which is all good, but like when you don't have the respect of your team, like you can't, like that mentality doesn't do too much.
If you're Freddie Kitch or if you're Hugh Jackson, you watch the tape. There's just things you say as a head coach.
In Cleveland.
I'm ready to not hear them again until next season. Okay, I'm done with the Browns. I want to touch on two things that are happening in Cleveland that aren't the Browns. First, the Cavs. I think the Cavs are
fun, like we've talked about all season.
Fun again. They've won 2 games in a row.
It's bad teams.
They're playing Atlanta. That's exciting.
It's the Hornets and the Grizzlies, right?
Yeah, Hornets and Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Yep. Got back-to-back wins. Only 4 games out of the 8th seed. You know, you got a little.
We have
momentum.
a better record than Atlanta.
We do. We have a better record than the Warriors, I believe, as well.
Yes, yeah.
That's also exciting. And you know, it's worth watching some basketball. So if you want to have a little fun, I want to see some sports that are entertaining. Flip on the Cavs. They're down 20. Don't worry. If they're in the game, they're within 9-10. Keep the game on. It's worth watching. It's a fun game. The basketball is still here in Cleveland, despite LeBron not being here. So don't discount the Cavs just because LeBron's not here. You'll still have some fun watching the Cavs. One of the important things interesting to me is when you watch sports, are you watching because you have the belief that you can win every time? Or are you watching because you enjoy the sport?
And you're passionate and you love that team.
That's why I watch in the Cavs. I love basketball, man, and you get to see little growth pieces. And the people who aren't watching the Cavs now, they're not going to appreciate the development of the guys that are coming up right now.
And when
2-3 years
when they're
from now.
good, yeah.
When they're
in the playoffs and when we're contending.
Yeah, when you're good, we're going to say we saw Kevin Porter Jr. early game one. We're watching him since the start. We saw him develop and have that game against the Rockets and Harden. It's just one of those things that you kind of either you enjoy it or you're there to win. I think a lot of Browns fans came to watch them win, but but for the Cavs, a lot of people I don't know if they're tuning in right now just because they're not a good team and they don't have LeBron anymore. Mm-hmm. So just because you can't win doesn't mean it's not fun to watch. I flip on the Cavs. I've been watching a lot of Cavs this year just because. They got some young guys that are interesting to watch.
And you can go to a lot of cheap games.
Yeah.
Because they're not as good, so you can see that development take place.
It's fun, man. They do a nice job over there.
A lot of fun.
Last thing here.
I have a hot take.
You hot take? One hot take?
Since we're getting into the new year, so we're approaching a little bit the trade deadline, I have a hot take where everyone is trying to trade Kevin Love. There's 2 Kevins in Cleveland now. Trade Kevin Love for anything, for trade value-wise or veteran-wise or some kind of star or pick. He has too large of a contract around the same time Giannis could be an unrestricted free agent, 2021, that I don't think the Cavs are gonna unload him unless it's an enormous, very high
a big
return.
haul, man.
And I think he'll be here in Cleveland when the trade deadline passes this year.
Yeah, I can actually agree with you.
We take it year by year, but
that's a hot take.
He'll be here at the end.
But I think Kevin's here to stay this year.
Yeah, at least year by year.
Settle on in.
We'll take it year by year, but this year he'll be in a Cavs uniform post deadline.
I'm here for it. Okay, so besides the Cavs, we also have the Indians fastly approaching. They're 97 days away from opening day.
Inside double digits.
Ooh, here we go. Baseball's coming up, and Kluber's gone, and you have the possibility of not having Lindor in just a couple short days.
And we just traded away Kluber.
I just said that.
Does it? Oh, you did.
I did.
I want to say it one more time.
Okay.
It's I don't know. Are you starting to feel this like sad Cleveland sports vibe again?
No, shut up. I'm done with it. Nope. It's fine. Everything's okay.
Everything's fine. There's just flames in the room. You're just sitting down on a stool. Everything's fine.
Don't talk bad about my Cleveland sports. The Indians are fine. I hope they get a haul for Lindor. Other than that, I would keep him. I would try to re-sign Puig with the money you didn't give to Kluber. And if you can, sell the team to Steve Ballmer
or Mark Cuban
of Microsoft. Thank you. That's my final take on the Indians.
Mark Cuban, yeah.
97 days away from the season. So that's gonna wrap up this episode.
I thought we had fan questions.
Oh, we have no fan questions.
We have plenty of fan questions. We have like 10.
You have 10 fan questions?
Easy.
All right, go find your 10 fan questions.
You go find some.
I don't have 10 fan questions.
I have plenty of fan questions.
You're tripping, bro.
You've got no fans? I've got fans.
All right, well, let's pull up your fan questions.
We have you on Facebook here.
Oh, Facebook's up in it. Here we go.
Devlin asked, will the Haslam sell the Browns to an owner who actually knows football?
Nope, they're not. Haslams are here to stay. Next question.
Melissa has a two-parter here. Does Freddie even get fired?
Correct. Yes,
I thought I keep seeing posts they were going to keep him through next season. And what is this rumor about Urban Meyer?
Oh, Urban Meyer, there's a rumor out there that Urban Meyer is friends with the Haslams and could come coach
similar to like the Mannings.
He cares a lot about his legacy though, and I doubt he's going to try to tarnish his legacy to go coach
and about his health too.
Yeah, he's not going to come coach the Browns. That's a good idea,
I think he enjoys the analyst, like the college sports analyst. I think that's where he's going to stay. Melissa Finch said, okay, we answered that one. Daniel Potter says, when would Freddie get fired? Tomorrow, a week.
After the Bengals.
A week from tomorrow.
After the Bengals.
I think there will be more, yeah. I believe so too. Justin Michael says, why us?
Why not us? Why not us, Michael?
Justin says, the viability of Mike McCarthy in Cleveland.
Not bad. I don't think he's a bad candidate at all.
But I don't think he's
ready
best.
For something. And he's got a whole team assembled, and that's what I want. I want plug and play. Let's get the thing going. They've been doing a lot of research, and they've assembled a squad, so I'm ready for it. Do you have any other questions there?
Yeah, I totally.
One more. Go ahead. What else?
I have Amber says, does Cleveland clean house?
No, we're not cleaning house. We're retooling and reloading.
Yes, but you can expect these about 10, 12 names to not be on the roster, either coaching
List
staff
them off for us, bud.
or the player roster. Come the start of next season. Freddie Kitchens, Steve Wiltz, Demarius Randall, Christian Turchi, Rashard Higgins, Greg Robinson, Joe Schobert, David Njoku it could be a trade piece along with Chris Hubbard.
Yeah.
And Dontrell Hilliard has been wildly disappointing.
Yep. All those guys, I'm willing to say they're vamos. Adios. Hasta luego.
I have two more, actually. And then this kind of repeats of what we had. Anthony asked, why haven't we fired Kitchens yet? Because they're trying not to do I don't know, I think John Dorsey is trying to just be intelligent about it. He's trying to cover his tracks a little bit. His own legacy as a GM, I think, a little bit.
You want to make it so the next candidate feels like he's not going to walk into a dumpster fire.
Where he's constantly on edge and possibly like on the hot seat, like from day one.
So after the season's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, and the exit interview with John Dorsey needs to be clean.
Yeah, I'm down.
And then No Limit Goof asks, should the Browns rebuild? No. Nope. Retool. Get a competent coaching staff, and find the right scheme offensively and defensively. As I said, that 4-2-5 on defense by itself can't be done. You need to have some kind of hybrid.
Yeah, you get a different defensive scheme.
And that about wraps it up.
That's gonna wrap it up. We appreciate you guys listening. We hope you guys have a wonderful holiday.
Safe.
Enjoy all the time.
All the family.
Decompress from the Browns. Think about the happy thoughts. Think about the Cavs, the Indians, and believe in Cleveland. So, my name is Mike.
And I am Tim.
And in Cleveland, everything is earned.